Cause I be seeing people say, well, give people their flowers while they're here.
Mm-hmm.
But part of human nature is not knowing when somebody's gonna go.
Right.
So you
Which is
can't,
why you give it to them while they're here.
but you take it for granted though. You know what I'm
You,
saying?
we absolutely do.
You take it for granted. You may show love and this and the other, but you won't ever imagine when shit happened. You be like, damn, I just saw him. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
you might have that appreciation, but people be in the moment and they doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I was basing that off of me. I don't know. Do you know who Big U is?
No.
Big U was his former manager, Nipsey Hussle's former manager.
Okay.
He's a legendary dude whose his reputation kind of um, supersedes him because he's from the same set as Nipsey. He's an OG, triple OG from the Rolling '60s. He
Mm-hmm.
did time in jail, but he's become more popular because he got out of jail and he um, been part of a coalition in Los Angeles that have been keeping the peace between the gangs. And
Okay.
he was also one of the person that spearheaded the recent unification between the gangs when Nipsey passed.
Mm-hmm.
So he's all about that. And he made a video because everybody was like, "Man, Big U ain't gonna talk," because that's really who he didn't put Nipsey in. Nipsey was hustling, but when he became his manager, his respect and his dealings with in the music business allowed Nipsey to flourish more. You understand? Because
Okay.
Big U used to be corrupt manager from Dog Pound and Snoop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he already had connections in the music business. He considered him his little brother, but he made a video talking about how phony the celebrities is. Like, you won't messing with him when he was alive and he was doing, you know what I'm saying? And you get a
He
lot
spoke
of,
out and said that.
huh?
He spoke out and said that.
Yeah, it's on the video on YouTube. Because he was talking about somebody, initially he was talking about people, he said, he had went live and it was shared on YouTube from whoever recorded it. But he went on there and said he wasn't going to speak out on it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
On Nipsey death, because that was his little brother. People close to you, they ain't with the charade, you know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
really hurting for real. So,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody was putting out a fake text that says that he had something to do with the murder, and he put the text out, and he said if you paid attention to it, the number that they put on here is like 9 numbers. It was a phony text basically, and it was just somebody just talking. You know what I'm saying? The internet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, a lot of people just so ignorant, and he like, if people really mess with him, you know what I'm saying, they will, contribute to the things that he had going on in the community, which is the same community Big U is from, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, and also, help out with a lot of things that he had going on. And he was just talking about, you know, how phony people is, you know what I'm saying, when the celebrities, yeah, we mess with, you know what I'm saying, he like, man, people phony, like, where was you when this was going on? Where was you when this was going on? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the bottom line. You get a lot of that. You get a lot of people who, you know, start bumping him when his music when he passed away. But it's a good and bad thing. It's a good thing that that's what you create for. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people witness that when they gone, but you create for something to live on beyond when you gone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
the music
Agree.
the music never dies out. People probably didn't, was hearing when he's saying we was alive, but his work in combination with the music, they were like, oh man, these people gravitating towards, let me check this out now. You know what I'm saying? It may take a while, but that's what you create for. So, it's never, it's never done in vain. And yeah, you have bandwagon people, but that's the world we live in. It's better late than never. You know what I'm saying? So his legacy live on. He created something that people can always check out. And that part, he never dies. And, it's just his work puts it in, and he was able to do it. So that's cool. I'm not one of those people who gets up and say, yeah, I've been bumping him. I said it when he was alive, I always liked to hear him talk more than his music.
Yeah, that's what gravitated me towards him. I didn't even really listen to his music. I started seeing interviews, and the spiritual path that he was on, resonated with me and spoke to me, and then just started to hear the love that he had for his community and how he wanted to uplift the race as a whole, and then a subset of that, his community, which, a lot of his community is Hispanic, and they loved him too. So that's how I started to follow him and follow his journey, and I was just really impressed. And I was like, of course, he's going to do great things if he continues on this path. And the enlightenment, of course, wanting to do this documentary on Dr. Sebi. Like, of course, I loved that there was someone in hip-hop that was taking that on, besides Left Eye, who tried to do it before her untimely passing. But, someone now, for him to be, his age and so enlightened. But once you heard his mom speak, you could see where all of that came from.
Yeah, she has a good spirit, and I like her. I like her strength, and what I'm saying, I don't know her personally, but what she displayed is positive, and God bless her.
The strength of a mother, the strength of a black woman is what she displayed.
Mm.
So it was very encouraging and uplifting
Right.
to so many